So today we're going to talk about the intersecting chord theorem. And just really quickly, what a chord is, it's a line segment that hits the circumference of the circle twice. So for example, if I had a circle, I just need a line that is on the edges of the circle in two spots. Kind of like a diameter, but it doesn't go through the middle. So the intersecting chord theorem is when two chords intersect. So an example of this is down here in the circle. I have line AB intersecting line CD. So the two pieces of the line are C and D and A and B, just dividing into two pieces. Now an interesting thing happens when we have two chords that intersect. If I was going to connect these two lines, I could make two similar triangles. So chords, when they intersect, they make two similar triangles. So that means I could set up a proportion, because I know sides are proportional for similar triangles. So if I look at these two triangles, it looks like this triangle is being flipped onto the other triangle. So the matching pieces are C matches up with B equals A matches up with D. And if I was going to cross multiply, I get A times B equals C times D. And now there's actually a shortcut if we look at this, because now if I look at my final answer, all it's saying is C times D, which is just the two pieces of that one line being multiplied, equal A times B, the two pieces of the other line. So for example, if I had two intersecting chords here, maybe this piece was 2. Let me do that in pen. Let's say this piece was 2 and this piece was 8. I'm going to pick a different number. 2 and 9. And this piece was 3. I could find out this missing piece, because 2 times 9, these two pieces being multiplied, equals 3 times x. So 18 equals 3x. X equals 6. So this missing piece is 6. So basically, it's just because we have two similar triangles and we could set up a proportion, but it ends up being a shortcut that the two pieces of the same line being multiplied equal the two pieces of the other line being multiplied. So when two chords intersect, the product, because we're multiplying, of the segment pieces on each chord are equal. So A times B equals C times D. So let's look at an example on the inside left with some actual numbers and x's. It says in circle A below, FC 7, FD is 2x, FB is x plus 6, and FE is 14. Label those pieces now. Then it says determine the length of both chords. So I know chords touch the outside of the circle and are lines that go through it, but don't have to go through the center. And when they intersect, I get two similar triangles, which means I could set a proportion, but really that just means I get to A times B equals C times D. Now there's no A, B, or C here, so I'm actually going to show you what this means. All we need is the two pieces of one line times each other. So 7 times x plus 6. Because they're on the same line, I'm going to multiply those two. Equal to 2x times 14, because they're on the same line as well. So it's the pieces of the same line multiplied by each other. So this side we distribute, we get 7x plus 42 equals 2x times 14 is 28x. Subtract 7x from both sides. 21x equals 42. Divide by 21, x equals 2. And it says determine the length of both chords. So I just want to substitute my x value and figure out the length of both chords. If I substitute it in here, x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So that piece is 4, and that's 14. So DE is a chord, and it is 4 plus 14, which is 18 units long. And the other chord, go with the red, CE is 7. And then FB is x plus 6. If x is 2, that piece is 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. So C to B equals 15. So remember, the chords aren't going to be equal to each other, but the product of their pieces is equal to each other. So I would pause this video and do the you try problem. You have 3 minutes, silent and solo. Give it a try. All right, so pause the video, hit play, and I'm going to show you the answer. So DF is 8. So in this problem, I see I have 2 intersecting chords, so I could use that intersecting chord theorem. The part of one times the part of that same line equals part of the other line times part of that other line. So here I'm going to multiply 8 times x plus 17. Don't forget parentheses around those. Equals, the other line is 9 and x plus 15. 9 times x plus 15. So when I distribute that 9, I get 9x plus 60 equals, distribute the 8, I get 8x plus 17 times 8 is 136. Subtract 8x from both sides, so this side is just x. Subtract 60 from both sides. 136 minus 60 equals 76. So x is equal to 76. Kind of ran out of room there. Looks weird. So now I know what x is. I had to go back and make sure I answered the question. It said find the length of FC. FC is this line. So it's x plus 15. Well, x is 76, so it's 76 plus 15. So FC equals 91. So I would pause, turn and talk to your partner. Why does that intersecting chord theorem work? Why do we multiply those 2 pieces and set them equal to the other 2 pieces? All right, so let's bring it back. Why does that intersecting chord theorem work? Correct, because it's 2 similar triangles, which makes a proportion. And when we cross multiply this proportion, it ends up being the 2 parts of one line equal the 2 parts multiplied of the other line. So if I was just going to draw this really quick, that's A, B, C, D. So A matches up. There's my dog. A matches up with C, and D matches up with B. And then when we cross multiply, it turns into A times B equals C times D. But if you know the intersecting chord theorem, it's really easy. Just multiply the parts of one line equal to the parts of the other chord.